Okay. Hey, you guys, welcome back to Listen Bitch Presents. Tell me why you're special. This isn't your safe, cozy corner. This is the arena, you guys. This is where people come when they're done pretending, done performing, and done following advice that sounds good but doesn't actually work. Because let's be honest, a lot of what you've been taught about business and success and visibility, it's built to keep you chasing, not necessarily building. So, you've bought the courses, you followed the gurus, you tried to do it the right way, and still kind of something felt like it wasn't adding up. And that's not because you're the problem, it's because you were taught to build a life instead of truth. Okay, a life on noise. And I believe this with everything in me. God did not create you to chase algorithms. He created you to walk in your highest potential, to build something real, and the whole point is to bring other people with you when you do it, to be contagious, to show up courageous, to become magnetic. And your mess, like the wrong turns, the bad investments, the moments you got completely wrong, the things that were meant to destroy you, that is not wasted. That's your message. And that's the thing that actually makes you credible. So if you've been sitting there thinking there has to be a better way, good. Because in this room, we don't follow the crowd. We step into the arena and we build shit that's real. So I want to get into it today. Today's guest is Morgane Rose, and this conversation, it's going to make some people uncomfortable in the best way. She is a sales SEO copywriter and visibility strategist. She helps service providers get clients without living on social media. Imagine that. But that's not where her story started. And so I'm going to let her do all the talking here. I'm very excited to hear her story. And Morgane Rose, thank you so much for being willing to sit in the hot seat today.
Well, hi, Brendan. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited. And everything you've been saying, I was like, yes, yes, like
Yeah.
nodding, because that's exactly like what I stand for or against. Like, you know what I mean? Like standing against this, it works for me. So if you follow what I do and say, it has to work for you. Otherwise, you are the
You're the
problem.
problem.
I've been told that, and the gaslight when you show up in a group coaching room
Yeah.
where you ask a question to solve a problem
Yeah.
you've hired help for, and you're being told you're focusing too much on the problem.
Okay.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm investing in my business through you
Yeah.
because I have that problem. So I need help. So why are you sticking my nose in my own poop that
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of? Like, it's stuck to my hand, but you're just like sticking my head in it.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
No.
And I've seen so many people, even some of my friends, who went through some sort of coaching gaslight. And let's be clear, I'm not putting all the coaches in the same basket. Like, they're amazing people out there.
It's still
I'm
a
just
lot of
talking.
them, though. I think there's like a lot more coaches in this era right now that are doing the gaslighting, that are very toxic. I think it's there's few and far between to find a great coach. In fact, I left the coaching realm because I was so disgusted with it, and then I felt so guilty because I'm like, well, someone sensible has to step up, right? Like we need more people that are not going to be part of the thing. So I think it's kind of just been like a pandemic, and I'm happy for to hear your story because I feel like it's kind of weeding. We're getting through the good stuff, right? We're getting to the good stuff, but it was huge and rampant, I feel like.
Yeah, it's been especially, well, it's everywhere, but
Mhm.
especially on Instagram, that's where I met the most of them.
Yeah.
And this whole post more stories, like if you're not getting results, do more. But more is never the answer to something deeper. Like, more is just a surface level
Yeah.
uh, fix. That's not even a fix in the first place, but
Yeah.
what you're being told, it's a fix. So it's this whole, you're not doing enough, you need to do more, you need to prioritize. I'm doing that. Like, I've been posting for months daily. And when I say daily, I include Saturday and Sunday. I would batch schedule batch create, batch schedule, and still hear crickets.
Yeah.
Or the clients that I would get wouldn't be aligned because I was never taught messaging properly. I mean, that was in my first business when I was a personal development coach.
Yeah.
And I was never taught positioning, authority. And I know this sounds like jargon, but basically, I always come back to this. You have the influencer business model and the expert business model.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with any of these, as long as it fits your personality, your nervous system, and the way your brain is wired. Because when you think that's what you have to do, then you want to succeed, you invest in those things, but it's actually you're buying the wrong size shoe. So of course it's going to hurt your feet. But no, that it's just trying to fit in a mold that you were never built for in the first place. So when I realized that, then I started learning about copywriting, and actually that helped me reignite the flame with my business, pivoting. Like yourself, I got completely disgusted
Yeah.
of what I was seeing in the coaching industry to the point I didn't even want to call myself a coach.
Yeah.
I'm a certified coach. I don't even want to. And once again, I feel bad for those who are genuine coaches.
Yeah.
And I know there are some out there for sure.
Yeah.
But I've seen so much like the what I call the boss babe or bro marketing, like the bro marketing boss babe, this lifestyle that is being sold, like sipping margaritas in Bali or wherever. That's cool. I'm like genuinely happy for those for whom it's working.
Yeah.
But let's please stop to pretend it can work for everyone.
Right.
Because not everyone built a business to post reels, to show what they ate for breakfast, to just share their whole life on social media.
Yeah.
If that works for some, great, perfect, do you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But if it's not what you want, please don't listen to the nonsense there, because that's what I did. I didn't know better. I thought that's what I had to do. You know, you start your business, you learn, you have to learn somewhere.
Yeah.
You make mistakes, and it's part of life and what shapes you. But when I realized that I was building my business on the influencer model, that I
Yeah.
didn't fit in, and just like I've always refused to dance on reels. Like that was not
Yeah.
for me. Like I have limits, you know.
Oh,
But this cannot work for people who are more introverted, who are more sensitive, and who just want to be seen as an expert.
right.
Have you ever hired a lawyer, a vet, whatever specialist, just because they ate the same brand of cereals as you in the morning, or just because they took their children to the same park as you? Like, oh my God, same, let's work together.
Right.
Like, does it work like that in real life?
Right.
It doesn't.
No.
And as an expert, like if you choose to be an expert in your field,
Yeah.
you want to be known for your expertise, for your thought leadership, for your framework that has helped many people who have been trying to do something to solve that problem, but who have failed, not because they didn't try or they're not good enough or they're lazy or not in alignment,
Yeah.
but just because they've tried, they have goodwill, they're trying, it's just not working for them. So it's also good to educate people on why it hasn't worked for them. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with you. This is relatability,
Yeah.
belongs to the influencer model. Relatability and leadership belongs to the expert model. Yes, you always want to be relatable. You always want people to relate, to build trust,
Yeah.
but it has to be realistic, not airy fairy unicorn land,
Yeah.
and completely detached from reality with a language that means everything and nothing, really,
Right.
this fluff.
And that's, I mean, that's like the core foundation of why I'm excited to do the show, because the curated Instagram princess is not it anymore. I think a lot of people have woken up to that toxic culture, and it's not about the cars and, the bro world. It's not about the girls. It's not about, you know, it's not about any of that. Our brains are so incredibly unique. And once you find something that works, like you said, exactly like you said, for your brain and your nervous system, that's the magic. And I'm never against that stuff. If that's what drives you, that's really great. But I think
Absolutely.
I see through that. The people that are chasing the things, the people that are after the big house, the car, like the things, that's not real for me, because everything you have is inside of you. Happiness inside of you, joy inside of you. Is that stuff great? Absolutely. I love our home. I love our cars. I love those things, but those aren't the things, and they're not the things you're going to see me, trying to lure people in my business with. It's not about that. Like, let's get real. We want peace and joy. We don't want to be working 24/7 to try to uphold an image that was never ours. It's just so curated,
Amen.
so fake. And I want the real. I like, give me the meat and the potatoes. Like, let's keep it super simple. It's not those things. And you are deep in the Boss Babe world. That's incredible. You're deep in it. What was that defining moment where you were like, yeah, this isn't it, and I'm done?
Well, that's a good question because it kind of came progressively.
Yeah.
And I compare it to walking in dog poop. Like you step in dog poop, you're like, that smells weird. And you look around, and it's only when you step
Step.
out and you're like, oh, I was in it. I was
Yeah.
standing in it the whole time. And I never like, I I was in the Boss Babe world as a client because I thought that was the way. But at the same time, I was like, something felt wrong.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was so lost. I guess I didn't have a clue what I had to do as a business owner. I had trauma. This is not an excuse, right? I'm
Yeah.
owning my mistakes.
Yeah.
But this just to explain how some of these cultures, these bro marketers and all of that, prey on people and use their trauma as well. Use the intimidation tactics,
Yeah.
the intimidation, like the flattery. And this has never sat well with me. I remember very clearly. I was one day sitting in a Zoom room. I was tricked into a Zoom call
Yeah.
that turned out to be not what it was. So I thought it was just going to be a connection chat, but it was a pure sales pitch. And I was asked, tell me why I'm the best coach for you. I froze.
Yeah.
Normally, what I should have done was like, bro, you're not by. Close my laptop, walk away.
Yeah.
But I was so not expecting that. I was mortified.
Yeah.
And because my nervous system was fried as like a French fry,
Yeah.
I was just frozen like that. I was like, I
Oh,
couldn't like cringe.
yeah.
I was like, the guts. So many things were happening in my brain at the same time that I couldn't even let one word out. Like
Wow.
the audacity. Why? Like, no, you're not the best coach for me. Would you think I'm the best client for you? Because you're just telling me what you think I need to hear. Like, oh, you're amazing. I see your potential.
Hmm.
Like, bro, that's
Not it.
that's bull. That's so disgusting. This is shocking.
Yeah.
And you don't gain client by just saying, oh, I see your potential, let's work together.
Yeah.
And many years ago, I was still living abroad at the time. Not that it matters, but it's just a landmark for myself.
Yeah.
And I was on a call, same. I was on a call, and this lady was like, I didn't want to work with her.
Yeah.
But I had that thing. I was a people pleaser. So I was
Yeah.
afraid of hurting or being rude. So I would just be polite. Like I'm still polite, but now I'm like, let's cut the BS, right? So at some point she was like, I wasn't interested. So I said, I cannot afford it, which was not a lie because at that time I wasn't in a position to invest and I was not prepared because I
Right.
was not aware that was a sales call in the first place. And she said, well, maybe you have someone who can give you some money, or can you sell some things so you can have the money, pay me, and then you can make it back 3 or 4 times? Like, excuse me, we like 5 minutes ago we didn't know each other, and now you're asking me to sell some stuffs to give you the money. What is the proof that you're going to help me with that? Like,
Right.
and this industry, these strategies are disgusting.
Yeah.
No one should ever go through that.
Why do you
And I
think,
don't even, sorry.
sorry, I mean, why do you think so many, I see so many smart women with real potential, like truly like just that fire. I see this happen. Why do you think they get pulled into that cycle over and over?
Honestly, that's a very good question. Um, to me, I would say there are different factors, like your personal experience outside of business, like your past, how you were raised,
Yeah.
trauma, and all of that. Like, I'm not a trauma expert. I just, we all go through shizzle, right? So there is the personal story.
Yeah.
Then there is this constant bombing into from rag to riches stories. So you're like, okay, well, maybe I can make it too, even if I was not, low.
Born into
If
it.
this
Yeah.
person, yeah, this person could manage, so I can do it too. So at some point, it kind of fires the desire for success, but from a wrong place. And success is never wrong. That's not what I'm saying. It's more like, because you start comparing, you start feeling bad about yourself. I mean that's how, all subconsciously, because on the very moment you don't realize. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I was aware of certain things, but I was not aware of everything.
Yeah.
So this, oh, the famous, oh, I should be so, like, I should be further along by now. I should be further along by now is the most toxic thing I could have said to myself. And this is what made me invest in those people. Even if I wanted the knowledge, I wanted to succeed, it was wrong.
Yeah.
It was the wrong strategies. And just like Instagram was the wrong platform for me.
Yeah.
But I was there. I thought that's what it was. So deal with it.
Yeah.
Mind over matter.
Yeah.
You have a bad feeling? That's okay. Gaslight yourself, because you've been gaslit your whole life. So what difference does it make?
Right.
So the moment when I realized that, it's been progressive, I think. And some things happened in my life, in my personal journey as well, like healing trauma, getting closer to God. This is really the what tilted the scale
Yeah.
to for me to realize
Yeah.
that it was wrong, and not even what I wanted to do in the first place.
Right.
Like, I never wanted to run a business through social media that way.
Right.
and and really, I completely gaslit myself, because in parallel to forcing things through Instagram, I had written books. People were finding me through my books, through my website. So I was getting clients from referrals from other sources.
Yeah.
But it's like I was in this kind of, I don't even know how to, like, not obsession, because it was painful and I was hating it, but it has to work. This determination.
Yeah.
But being consistent is good, but being consistent in the wrong thing is the worst thing you can do to yourself.
For sure. For sure. If I say, like, what are the biggest red flags for someone listening right now? What are the biggest red flags that people are missing with some of the online gurus?
Mm. Flash offer. This is only available during our call. If we hung up, it's gone.
Yeah.
But okay, just for you, maybe you have 1 hour. Like the just for you.
Yeah.
So as soon as you're feeling pressured to make a transaction, this smells like poop.
Yeah.
Like, don't. If an opportunity is for you, it will be.
Yeah.
But if it's playing on the scarcity, is just agitating a wound that you already have within you.
Yep.
And this is praying. This is abuse. Can you call
Yeah.
it abuse?
I
Like,
sure can. It's manipulation.
so Yeah, manipulation. That's actually
Yeah.
the best word. Yeah. So the time pressure, time and price, because usually they go
Yeah.
together. The guilt as well. If you don't do that, it means you don't want to succeed. Like
Yeah.
if you don't work with me, you don't want to succeed. Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And also when you're being asked your dreams, which
Yeah.
nowadays I don't answer those questions because my dreams are mine and I don't want
Right.
anyone to mess up with that. So I'm never sharing that in public.
Yeah.
Um, and then you tell your dreams and you're like, come on, girl, you can do more than
Yeah.
that.
That's not enough.
Like,
That's not big
yeah,
enough.
that's my dream right now. You don't know what I went through. You don't know, like,
Yeah.
it's mind your business. Thank you.
Mhm.
So there is a way to encourage people and a way to shame them and a way to shame hidden with encouragement. Like this is the whole sugar coating manipulation thing, like sleaziness. So I would say these are the three biggest red flags. And of course, if you doubt within yourself that
Yeah.
you're not the right fit, but you're being told you're the right fit.
Yeah.
And this happened to me a few months ago. I was part of a challenge. I knew I was not the right fit. Like I didn't match the ideal client
Right.
persona of that person who was explaining during the challenge. Learned a lot of things, no criticism, to each their own. But this person came to me and said, you would be a great fit for that. Like, I don't
You
think
know
so.
better. Yeah.
Like I that time, because I've learned my lessons over the years and all of that. I'm like, thank you very much, I really appreciate, but I'm not a good fit. I didn't recognize myself, and I know that like she was not my person.
Yeah.
So knowing yourself as well and listening to the body. I'm not saying this in an airy fairy way,
Right.
but I respect everybody's beliefs, but I'm going to speak from my own experience.
Yeah.
When the Holy Spirit gives you sensations, it's not imaginary. You're not imagining things. And you can try to say, oh, maybe I'm sensitive, but no, it's just emphasizing. It's just the Holy Spirit emphasizing something
Yes.
that's already within you. That's a red flag. It's like, no, no, no,
Yeah.
don't, like, no, no.
Well, I think
So,
this aligns very much with you talk about that nervous system piece because I feel like until you kind of get yourself regulated, you
mm,
can't really hear God through the noise, right? Because he isn't chaos, he's not confusion. And so
yeah.
when you can regulate your body, when you can have that nervous system piece, and this is the thing, I really do agree that this is not something that people associate with business growth. Nobody's
Mm,
ever like, I want to start a
yeah.
business. Let me align my nervous system. Let me make sure
Mm.
that I am. Nobody does like that's not the first step. And for any of us, and I guess it's that life experience. But what did nervous system peace change for you in this experience, and how did it change how you can hear God moving through your body?
It changed everything, to be honest. No more self gaslight, no more comparing myself. If you're telling, not you, but someone,
Right.
if someone tells me that's not how you grow your business, watch me, Team God.
Yeah.
You know, like you can never know what's going on between someone and their God. Like I
Right.
believe in God, but once
Right.
again, to each their own beliefs.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, we cannot compare ourselves to anyone else
Right.
business model, to anyone else's way, and we have to find our way. So yes, sometimes things are not logical,
Yeah.
things don't make sense to the rational mind, but i've I've learned, and I'm still learning, that it's actually a good thing,
Yeah.
because everything works, but not everything works for everyone, like I was saying. So it's just finding what works for you, cutting the noise and going within, because that's where God will guide you.
Yeah.
And that's that's just what needs to be done, to be aligned. And when I'm saying aligned, I'm not using this in a vain way. It's more like what is right for you, because
Yeah.
that's what God has designed for you.
Yeah.
And like you said at the beginning of this episode, I also believe that God didn't design us to worship algorithms,
Right.
to chase likes or numbers, because these are
Superficial.
vanity metrics. Yeah, superficial.
Hmm.
And I don't know about you, but likes have never paid my bills.
Exactly.
Reach neither.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather speak to 1,000 people, but they are my people.
Hmm.
They resonate. They, we have something going on. We can grow together. We can bring knowledge and grow together.
Yeah.
Than having 10,000 followers who just don't care.
Well,
They're not my people.
I made a point yesterday literally about this because I'm promoting one of my books. It's the book I have that has not been on the Amazon bestseller list. And so my publishers are like, let's do a 3-day push and get it on the list. So I'm spamming it. Like it's all over my page.
Nice.
There are no likes, no views, no anything. And I woke up this morning, she's like, you're number 5. So that's what I want
Wow.
people to understand is that
Yeah.
my social media, like people's social media, does not represent the action people are taking. It's
Yeah.
never going to represent that. In fact,
Yeah.
the posts that I have that have gone viral, that have blown up, they're so disconnected from like, they're just disconnected. It's not real. I'm never like, oh my gosh, this post is blowing up. It's actually overwhelming for me. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
this isn't it. This is like not it. So I'm go back to my life and, with my kids, I want you guys to understand it's so superficial, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the rock
And
star on stage, right? Like the audience loves them and stuff, but like they go home and they feel alone and they feel it's just not real.
absolutely.
It's not real.
Absolutely. It's like a mind a mind F.
Yeah,
It's totally a total different world. And when you work with businesses like brick and mortars,
yeah,
they live in another world, in the real life. And you see that the online world and the real life are sometimes miles apart, if
yeah,
not 10,000 miles apart. And like you were saying, the posts that are the most successful in terms of what actually brings in sales and clients and meaningful connections are usually those that have no likes.
yeah,
And like I was saying, the expert business model that I'm building,
yeah,
I'm visible on Google. The other day I was on my treadmill and elliptic, like I love exercising.
yeah,
Made a point to exercise daily.
yeah,
And I came back to my desk after a shower. I had a notification from a complete stranger
yeah.
who found my blog, who booked.
Wow.
So that's the type of
How
business that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like, you don't have to be constantly babysitting your phone,
yeah,
and just like literally it's an extension of your hand.
yeah,
Like my phone, literally I charge it every 2 days.
yeah,
Like one, yeah, I don't want to touch it. If it rings, it rings. Like, it's build assets that work for you while you're not working, while you're working with your clients. If you're an expert, unless you're an expert in marketing, that's different. But let's say you're a mindset coach or a consultant, accountant, vet, lawyer, whatever.
yeah,
You didn't build your business to sit there in front of Facebook or be tied to Instagram or TikTok or whatever.
right.
If you enjoy it, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
Obviously, I'm not talking to those who enjoy it,
yeah,
but those people didn't open a business to do marketing.
right.
So why not build assets that work for you? And whoever says SEO is dead, that's not true, because it's the foundation for voice search and AI
Yeah,
search. So whoever has told you websites are dead, that's not true.
yeah,
That's not true. And that the toxic culture, social media is beautiful. That's how we connected. That's how I've met some of my closest friends. So I'm not bashing social media.
absolutely.
It's just what some people are selling it to be
Yeah,
and have made it become. It's like everything. There is plus and minus,
yeah,
like positive, negative. But use it for what you want, what feels good to you, because if it has to destroy your mental health
yeah,
or harm you or put you in some sort of weird state. I don't know if you've experienced this, but
Yes.
if I catch myself scrolling, like cute puppies are my weakness, like cute puppies, kittens, like animals, yes, please.
Girl
But
same.
if I catch myself, yeah, if I catch myself scrolling for more than 3 or 4 reels,
Yeah.
I'm in a weird
We're-
brain fog.
Yep.
I don't know how to explain that state, but I don't like it, and I don't believe God created that.
Exactly. And you're
That state.
right. Yeah. My audience is like, don't say it, Brandon, but I mean, that's intentional programming. We get disconnected, we get unaligned, and that's the devil's playground. He's created a
Mm.
monster, and a lot of people have fallen for it. And I very much agree with you on how it shouldn't own you. Like, if you're someone like you guys, I love making my reels. I love the things that I'm doing. So you're gonna see me active. That's
But
it.
at least it feels good to
Yes,
you.
it feels good.
That's what matters.
I'm excited this show, meeting these people, like I'm going to be active to do that because I'm here. Like God is like, let's do a show, and I'm like, all right. So let's find my people. I'm not going to find my people sitting on the couch, you know, uh reading a book. I'm really not.
Yeah,
Like that's what I get after I find the people. That's the reward. Like, wow, we had a great day. Let's go chill, right? But
yeah,
I,
absolutely.
at in my season right now, it's active, and it feels good. It's not forced. It's not, there's boundaries. Like
And
I'm
that's
not gonna
exactly the point of this whole conversation, the intentionality, the purpose,
yeah,
the use whatever road you need to use to reach
yeah.
your goal, but do it because it's you who decided. It's not because
Don't
coach
force
so and so
yeah.
or bro said this.
Don't
It's
force yourself in someone else's box.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
amazing. Well, right now, because we're almost at our time's up, I want to say, um, if you could speak to someone, because I guarantee someone's listening who is stuck in the cycle, because people I know and love are stuck in the cycle, and it breaks my heart, but like I'm so close to them that they're not going to hear it from me, right? Like what would you say to someone who feels so stuck in the cycle but they're scared to leave it? Like, you deleted Instagram. That's a power move. That's an FU to
Yeah.
the algorithm. That's like, I'm not falling for this. And
Done.
yeah, Instagram is my least nurtured playground. So that was scary. I know it's scary. So I'm saying someone feels stuck right now. What would you say to them right now?
Well, if they're questioning, like if you're listening to this and you're questioning yourself, like you're feeling something's wrong, but you cannot pinpoint it, like it's just a vibe, like some vibe is off. This is your internal system, the Holy Spirit, you call it what you relate with, talking to you. And you don't have to change overnight to delete your Instagram overnight like I did.
Yeah.
You can talk yourself through that. Like we're not asking that overnight unless you choose to, because sometimes you just need to rip the band-aid, but everybody's different, right? So first of all, ask yourself how you would feel if you would stop doing that thing.
Yeah.
And then look for information on Google or wherever, or talk to other people, what ways they have grown their business, and just collect information, not for the sake of chasing strategies, but just for the sake of shifting those beliefs, because sometimes we feel like we have a veil
Yeah.
and we're waking up to reality, to a different truth. And so it's important to take your time and to be okay, like to really have your own back during this process. You're not crazy. It doesn't mean you don't want to succeed if you're changing strategy. It's just a change of trajectory.
Yeah.
It's not giving up. So to summarize, I would say if something feels wrong, it's because it is. Trust it, and everything will fall into place. I can guarantee that. Even if you don't know how, that's not our job to know how.
I love
Our job is to obey and take action, but not just project into a future that doesn't exist.
right. Right.
So Yeah, I hope
Nope,
that
that's
helps.
perfect. That is perfect. Where can people find you right now?
Thank you. So on my website, morganeconsulting.com, so Morgan with an E, the French spelling, and also on Facebook and on LinkedIn that I'm using in my own way, not to please the algorithm. Like if I want to schedule, I schedule. If I don't want to engage, I don't engage. Um, so Morgane Consulting, Morgane Consulting. And yeah, like just come and say hi. I have cookies or virtual emoji cookies,
Nice.
and and I would be glad to connect and even have like a conversation if you recognize yourself in what I was sharing and you just want to no pressure, no, I won't stalk you. I
Right.
won't force you to work with me. We are in a safe space here. So if you just want to have a chat, let's have a virtual coffee and no strings attached.
I love that. Morgan, I'm going to tell you what actually makes you special because
Oh,
it's not just the strategy, it's not just the business you built, it's the fact that you are willing to admit that this isn't working, even when it's popular, even when everyone else is still doing it, even when it would have been easier to stay, you walked away. And you listened to the Holy Spirit. You knew what he was saying to your potential, speaking to you at your core. And then you turned around and rebuilt something real, not something flashy, not some curated Instagram princess pretending to have it all together, not dependent, not performative, but stable and honest. And I feel like that takes a lot of courage in today's algorithm obsessed world because most people don't leave the system that's failing them. They just keep trying harder inside of it. And you didn't.
and that leads to burnout and
Yep.
it actually harms. So the sooner you exit, the better. It's
Yeah.
like a cult, like to use an analogy.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you for your kind word.
Oh,
It
of
really means a
course.
lot. Thank
I
you.
mean, it's powerful. You chose truth over what's trending, and now you're helping other people do the same. And I think you're incredibly special for that. And I'm not gaslighting you, girl. I mean it. I don't need to we don't I don't need a job today. And to
Thank you.
everyone listening, this is your wake up call. If something in your life, your business, your strategy, if it's feeling off, listen to Morgan. It probably is. So please stop ignoring it. God did not create you to live exhausted. He didn't create you to continue to chase things that don't actively build anything real. He created you to live in substance, to live in your highest potential, to build something solid, and to bring people with you when you do. Babe, your mess is your message, and the mistakes that you've made, the things people have done to hurt you, the things that didn't work, that is not failure. That is your foundation. So if you've been sitting there waiting to feel ready, you won't. I'm telling you, step into the arena anyway. And if this episode hit you, subscribe, share it, send it to someone who needs it, and please drop a review. Make sure you get in the show notes and connect with Morgane Rose today. And if you're ready to take the hot seat, you guys come tell me why you're special. I will see you all in the arena. This was such a joy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me and thanks everyone.
Absolutely.